Hi, this is my Sony turntable setup with the Sony receiver. This is a fully analog receiver with lots of inputs. I really appreciate the simplicity of this analog receiver. Now let me walk you through all of its parts and how it's set up. There is a remote for the receiver, which you can basically control everything on the remote. So coming over here, there is a phono input. So that's the reason why I picked this receiver, because it is the only modern Sony receiver that supports a turntable. Basically, you will have to use this receiver as its EQ equalizer if the phono is selected. Of course, you can do line out from this turntable. Then you just connect it to your active speakers or just regular inputs like this. But I prefer using the phono preamp decoder from this amp. You can also connect two speaker sets, A, B, to this receiver. There is a power supply. You can connect the turntable to any computer that will be able to record whatever records is being played. There is also a low, mid, and high selection for the gain setting. There's an on-off switch, basically a kill switch. Okay, and you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 analog inputs, RCA inputs, and the FM selection. And in front of the receiver, we have an additional portable 3.5 aux input. There's a phone output, that's a 1/4 inch. So you can use this master volume to control the volume of the headphone output if you have hi-fi headphones. This is actually a very decent, high quality headphone amplifier using this receiver. Okay, there's an on-off switch. From here you can enable or disable the speakers, A plus B off, or speaker A set. There's a tuning mode. If you use the FM, you can do the tuning here or memorize the presets. There's a display button that shows the volume, the input setting, and the dimmer to go dark or bright. In this case, I'm just going to keep it as bright. There's a selection to, there's a Bluetooth selection to connect to my phone. So it can be used as a Bluetooth speaker. Then we have a pure direct. It will shut off that display, so it's more hi-fi. Using this input selector, I will be able to toggle between the input 1, 2, 3, 4, and portable. That's the 3.5 direct. These aux input. It's just a more convenient form of making the connection to the receiver. It's the same as the analog input behind it. There's a phono input, FM tuner. Then you can change the FM frequency. There is no AM tuner. The tuning mode, there's an automatic, preset, or auto. So you can do this automatic selection. And lastly, it's gonna switch over to the Bluetooth. Then cycles through the input 1, 2, 3, 4, phono, FM tuner, Bluetooth again. So it actually has 6 inputs. That's the FM antenna. So yeah, this is a really sweet setup. And I forgot to mention that it has a very, very low power consumption. I'm using a Basis power bank to drive the whole setup, and the power consumption of the receiver is only 22 watts. It's incredibly high efficiency. The volume doesn't really affect it much. I don't have speakers hooked up. I don't want to play copyright music here in this review. The turntable power consumption is around 2 watts. It's basically a motor with a little bit of line output. So it's really very, very efficient in terms of power. It's not going to add a lot of add up to your electricity bill. And again, this is a fully automatic turntable. As you can see, it goes down like that. And stop would be able to automatically go back. No human intervention is required. And of course, you can use this up and down selection to manually move it over, and then it will start spinning. Then drop the needle. It also supports the Bluetooth pairing. I can just use this turntable as a standalone setup and pair it with my headphones or Bluetooth speakers. But I'm not going to do that. We can make the 45 to 33 RPM selection. There's a size selection as well, but normally I'll just use 12-inch and 33 RPM. Dust cover. Stop. Goes back. Works very, very well. Highly recommend this setup. Yeah, the phono input is pretty uncommon nowadays. I really like this receiver. Yeah, it is probably one of the most budget-friendly setup when it comes to turntables with a receiver, and you can get whatever speakers you want. Thanks for watching. Hope you find this review helpful.